begins!
Strap on your shield and unsheath your broadsword.
The next time I face you, Count Adamar, you will look up at me from the flat of your back.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 medieval movies. Keeping in mind that the medieval period occurred between the 5th and 15th centuries, the following list stays true to that time frame and includes only films with low fantasy elements, meaning it takes place in real locations and doesn't involve any orcs or other such creatures.
Bring up the wolf's head.
Number 10. Kingdom of Heaven. Orlando Bloom proves he's not just another pretty face in this medieval epic. This great period piece depicts the time of the Crusades and tells the story of a French blacksmith who must rise up against all odds and lead an army to defend against invading legions. Director Ridley Scott was congratulated for his relatively balanced portrayal of sparring Christians and Muslims in Jerusalem in this sword and sandal film.
And every Christian knight you kill will take 10 Saracens with him. You will destroy your army here and never raise another. I swear to God that to take this city will be the end of you.
Number 9. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
This hooded viper simply slithers into the forest.
It's simple. Steal from the rich, give to the poor.
There you go, love. Buy yourself a new sow, Steve.
God bless you, Fanny. And God bless Robin Hood.
And this adaptation plays very little with its source material, and instead portrays the eponymous gentleman thief in his straightforward battle with the Sheriff of Nottingham, skillfully played by the villainous Alan Rickman.
Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.
While some slam the film for its missteps, it's undeniably full of the spirit of adventure that the original story is famous for.
If you would be free men, then you must fight! Join us now! Join Robin Hood! Freedom! Come on now! Come on!
Number 8. First Night.
There's a peace that's only to be found on the other side of war. If that battle must come, I will fight it.
And I! And I! And I!
King Arthur, his Knights of the Round Table, and his violent fight against an evil adversary are brought to life with spectacular battle sequences, quiet emotional moments, and star power galore. Both a tale of love and of the sword, this film recreates the love triangle between the legendary king, his bride Guinevere, and his knight Lancelot.
The law will judge you!
A story of sacrifice for the greater good, First Night succeeds in bringing viewers into this medieval world.
I am Arthur of Camelot, and I command you now, all, to fight! Fight!
Number 7. Excalibur.
Behold! The sword of power, Excalibur!
Considered by many enthusiasts to be the definitive King Arthur movie, Excalibur touches on all the important events in the legendary ruler's life.
He who draws the sword from the stone, he shall be king.
From the removal of the sword from the stone to the heartbreaking betrayal by his most trusted knight. Interestingly, director John Boorman had originally set out to make a live-action interpretation of The Lord of the Rings.
You must believe us.
But he couldn't acquire the rights, and you can feel the Tolkien-esque style in this medieval tale.
In the name of God, St. Michael and St. George, I give you the right to bear arms and the power to meet justice.
That duty I will solemnly obey, as knight and king.
Number 6. The Name of the Rose.
I'm sorry to see that one of your brethren has recently been gathered unto God.
Sean Connery takes on the Holmesian role of William of Baskerville, a 14th century monk/sleuth who must solve a series of murders involving a mysterious book.
Atque doctrinam irvesque et stultitiam, eo quod in multa sapientia, multa sit indignatio, et quie adit scientiam adit et laborem.
The film is an original hybrid of medieval religious lore and good old-fashioned murder mystery. But it also features an effective restaging of the time period that truly gives us the feeling of being in medieval times.
How many times have I seen these same ghastly objects of devil worship? The black cockerel and the black cat!
Number 5. The Lion in Winter.
What a tragedy you are.
I wonder, do you ever wonder if I slept with your father?
In this critically revered film, the medieval era is represented as a weather-beaten place, complete with dirt floors and layers upon layers of clothing to guard against the titular winter. In a misguided attempt to reunite his family, King Henry II invites them all to a Christmas supper in order to choose a successor to his throne.
Why should I make you King of England?
The plan goes haywire when everyone invited begins double-crossing everyone else, but it sure makes for an interesting watch.
I know. You know I know. I know, you know, I know. We know Henry knows, and Henry knows we know it. We're a knowledgeable family.
Number 4. Braveheart.
Your father was a fighter and a patriot.
I know who my father was.
Before his now infamous brushes with controversy, Mel Gibson brought us this enduring classic. An epic retelling of the obscure life of William Wallace, the film garnered an impressive 5 Academy Awards. No stranger to graphic violence or ambitious action sequences, Gibson injects the film with satisfying battle scenes in a convincing medieval setting. It's also got one heck of a line.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Number 3. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Let us ride to Camelot.
We're knights of the round table, we dance whenever we're able. We do routines, we call the scenes, with footwork impeccable. We dine well here in Camelot, we eat ham and jam and Spamalot.
Still lovingly memorized and quoted by fans of the world over, this Monty Python period adventure remains one of the best comedies ever.
You don't frighten us!
Though initially intended as a string of vaguely related sketches, it turned into a full-length story about King Arthur and his knights when the group realized they had enough material for a full script.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
I've heard worse.
And while it may not be painstakingly accurate in its representation of the era, it's still hilarious.
Go on, boss, chop its head off. Right, silly little bleeder. One rabbit stew coming right up. Look! Jesus Christ!
Number 2. 7 Samurai.
別に特別の人間じゃない。ただ合戦には随分出たが、それもみんな負け戦ばかりでな。要するにただそれだけの男だ。
The quintessential tale of chivalry and heroism, this is perhaps Akira Kurosawa's finest contribution to cinema. The final script was reportedly written over an intensive 45-day period, during which the director and his 2 co-writers took no calls or visitors. Infamous for his attention to detail and meticulousness in creating this world of ancient Japanese culture and traditions, Kurosawa is said to have created a complete family tree for the villagers in the movie. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
English legs are unsteady on French soil.
Shut your mouth, all right?
A sword! Oh, Archimedes, a sword! You're going to have a time pulling it out.
Number 1. The Seventh Seal.
De är där allihop. Smeden och Lisa, och riddaren Ravel, och Jöns och Skat. Och den stränge herren Döden bjuder dem till dans.
Inspired by the period films of Akira Kurosawa, director Ingmar Bergman carefully recreates Europe in the Middle Ages in this period piece. The result is a cinematic masterpiece that contrasts the struggle against death with the grim reality of life.
Jag har väntat.
And it was reportedly one of Bergman's favorite films. In it, crusading knight Antonius Block is locked in an epic game of chess with Death himself. That's never a good idea.
Varsågod.
Det är ditt drag.
Varför ser du så nöjd ut?
Det är min hemlighet.
Självfallet. Nu slår jag din springare.
Det gjorde du rätt i.
Do you agree with our list?
I trusted you, loved you, and you betrayed me.
I never meant to hurt you, my lord.
You leave me nothing! Nothing!
My lord.
No!
What's your favorite medieval movie? For more epic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Victory is mine! We thank thee, Lord, that in thy mercy... Come on, then! What? Have at you!